Good evening and welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. You clicked on to Long Range Weather Forecast discussion for January 9th to 21st. I have a lot of maps to show, so I'm going to try to get through them if I can, if I remember to go to them. You click down to Long Range Weather Forecast discussion for January 9th to 21st. For January 9th to 13th, the pattern remains amplified with a ridge near or along the west coast of North America and a trough in eastern Canada into the eastern U.S., along with the southeast ridge. The pattern also features a less amplified southern stream interacting with a dominant and more amplified northern stream. Temperatures are forecast to average as much as 20 degrees below normal across the east central states. So I'm going to try to go show the maps. Okay, this is the 12th. See the temperatures here, minus 20, but at the same time, temperatures will be about 10 degrees above normal across parts of the west. This is the GFS. No, this is European ensembles. That's showing these maps, showing these temperatures, and this is the GEFS ensembles was showing temperatures of about 10 to 15 degrees below normal in the east and about 10 to 15 degrees below normal in the west. And then another map I want to show. This is the precipitation anomaly for this period. And you can see this goes out to January 20th, and it's supposed to be a fairly dry period during this time frame. I'm going to go back. Let's see if it'll let me go back. Okay. Beginning of the period, it stays fairly dry across much of the nation. A little bit of precipitation here, but mostly fairly dry during this period. And then at the end of the period, this goes out to the 20th. It still is a fairly dry pattern across much of the nation, except for some. It's flowing back and forth. Except we're expecting maybe above normal precipitation for parts of the southern plains. Okay, so now we're going to look at the period for January 12th to 16th. This is where it gets a little more interesting with the way the weather kind of. We're going to go to the 12th now. This is the 12th. I'm going to try to get to this map. Okay, most of the pattern forecast strong positive height anomalies during this period into the western U.S. and we have a deep trough here over eastern Canada that extends into the northeast. And I want to show you the European ensembles. Let's see if that's the right one that I want. Okay, this is European ensembles, and it seems to it raises heights here in the east. As you can see, we start going to a zone of flow, and it raises heights here in the east. So during this forecast period, temperatures are forecast to be above normal temperatures here by 10 or 15 degrees, and we're going to go back to showing that model. Let me see if I can get that right map. Okay, so this is the 15th, and we can see that temperatures are about 5 to 10 degrees below normal in the east and about 5 to 15 degrees above normal in the west. And and we're going to have temperatures below normal here, and they'll be below normal by as much as 10 to 15 degrees. For precipitation, still calling for a dry pattern across much of the U.S. So I'm forecasting below normal precipitation from the plains to the Pacific coast. Now we're going to look at the period for January 17th to 21st. Here we are at the 17th. This is GFS ensembles, and all the models begin to lift this trough out and weaken it, and lifts out to the northeast. And you can see here that the models raise heights across much of the U.S., reverting back to a zone of flow. This is the ensemble means, and that keeps below normal heights across the east, above normal in the west. And what I want to show you here is this is the European ensembles, and it forecasts above normal temperatures here, above normal heights, and then we go towards the end of the period. This is the 20th, and it has an area below normal heights over the southeast. You can see that very clearly, but heights do rise across much of the nation. Okay, now we're going to look at the GFS ensembles. Let's see if I have the right one. Keeps changing back. Okay. This is GFS ensembles, and it keeps temperatures cool across the east, still minus 10 or minus 10 degrees below normal, and warm to 5 to 10 degrees above normal in the west. And the European that's GFS. The European ensembles begin to rise. Raise temperatures also in the that went over too much. Cape brings temperatures above normal in the east now, and keeps temperatures cool about down across the southeast. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures here, below normal temperatures for this region, and for precipitation, I'm calling for for precipitation. That's the right one. Above normal precipitation for the West Coast states, below normal precipitation here. So that is the long-range weather forecast discussion for January 9th to 21st. Thank you for coming, Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.